So hello, let's go through a warm-up together. You can use this as a gentle practice or as a warm-up before a deeper practice, right? So let's take a block. You can use 2 blocks or 2 books of the same thickness and maybe a belt if you have one. I'm going to sit on the block. We'll start with 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. We'll take 3 deep breaths together. Close the eyes or keep a soft gaze at the ground. We go together. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, long and slow. Last one, inhaling. And then exhale. Come back to your normal breathing, in and out through the nose. And let's blink the eyes open. Let's face the top of the mat with the right leg in front, left leg behind. So we'll do just a few circles with the hands on the knees. The circles can be big or they can be small, see how you feel. And let's change directions. Good. And then from here, slowly, let's take the hands up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here, and then on the exhale, let's twist towards the right side, just for a couple of breaths, taking the shoulders back, taking the right elbow into the right ribs. Maybe not your deepest twist, as we're only just starting to move. Nice, let's go to the other side. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhaling, twisting to the left, shoulders back, belly in, and make sure you take that left elbow into the left ribs, or towards the left ribs. Maybe one more breath here. Nice. Let's come back and let's change the crossing of the legs for a couple of breaths. Maybe moving a little bit side to side, maybe doing a couple of circles again. Just making sure that we even out through the hips. And then from there, take the left leg out to the side and let's come into a side bend. So right foot into the left inner thigh, right arm up and over. You can do a few circles here. Good. Couple of breaths. Nice. And then slowly come back to center when you're ready. Let's change to the other side. So right leg out, left foot into the right inner thigh, right hand towards the inside of the right leg. And let's do a few circles here. Inhaling and exhaling, breathing in and out. One more. Nice. And then slowly release. Okay, from here, let's take the legs forward. We'll come into a forward fold. You can either bend the knees or take blocks under the knees, right? Either flat or a little bit higher, depending on how deep your forward fold can be at this stage of the practice. We're not very warm. So you can always push from behind, but I'm going to take medium blocks and take a deeper forward fold. The head comes down towards the floor. I'm rounding my spine. I'm just relaxing here, taking a couple of breaths. Nice. And then with the next inhale, slowly lift up. And let's come onto our shins. So let's come onto our shins. And let's take the hands onto the hips, interlace the fingers, and let's push the hands forward towards the front of the mat. And maybe up towards the ceiling. Maybe we'll need to bend the elbows and then push up and then forward. So on the inhale we go up, maybe bend the elbows. On the exhale we go forward, keeping the belly tight, keeping the inner thighs squeezing towards each other. One more round, inhaling, bending maybe, exhaling, folding. Nice. We'll do the same on our shins if you can. You can go cross-legged as well. So we're going to take the hands forward, rounding the spine. This is your exhale. And then on the inhale, take the hands back, maybe on the floor, maybe not. So exhaling, rounding through the spine, pushing the hands forward. chin to chest. And then on the inhale, hands back. I'm not reaching the floor. If you have longer arms, you might be able to. So exhaling and then inhaling. One more round, exhaling. And then inhaling into a little bit of a back bend, lifting the chest. Nice. And then slowly release. Okay, now take the hands forward like we were doing before, but try to push sort of the right hand a bit more forward so you get a bit more stretch through the back of the right wrist. And then the left arm or left wrist a bit more forward, and you go side to side like that. You can also bend the elbows a little bit, getting into the back of the wrists and forearms. Good, and then slowly release. Maybe just do a bit of shaking of the wrists, a little bit of circles with the wrist and the hands interlaced. Good, and let's come towards a child's pose. So hands down, hips back, arms forward, maybe head down towards the floor, maybe moving a little bit through the, with the arms towards one side and the other. See how you feel, leaning side to side. I love to do this movement. Nice, and we'll come from an exhale here into an inhale into all fours and then arching the spine, right? So with the exhale we go back into a child's pose, with the inhale we go forward and then we arch the spine into cat pose. So exhaling, going back, maybe taking the forearms down and inhale going forward, straightening the arms, arching the spine, exhale it back, inhale forearms down and forward and then arch the spine and then back. Forearms down, inhale forward, arch the spine. Nice. And then from here, let's come into a down dog. So slowly lift up. Maybe go a little bit wider with the feet. Maybe move a little bit side to side. I like to bend the knees and move a little bit side to side. See how you feel. Stretching the sides of the body. So heels to the right and heels to the left. Heels to the right and heels to the left. Otherwise, just bend the knees, going up and down. And maybe sending the chest back towards the floor. Nice. From here we come into a half down dog. So knees under the hips, not behind. It's not puppy pose. Hands forward. And then on the inhale we send the chest down. And then on the exhale we pull everything back up. Engaging through the core, squeezing inner thighs. So on the inhale, send the chest down. On the exhale, round up. And you might feel that you're not going very far. But keep the belly engaged. And think of moving through the upper back mainly. Even if the movement is not very big, it's not very big in my body. Maybe one more breath. Nice. And then slowly come back to, or come down onto the belly, right? So take the left arm out to the left with the shoulder and wrist in one line. And we're going to roll over towards the left. Maybe the knees are together, maybe the right leg is behind the left, maybe the head is on the floor, right? You could also take a block under the head. Taking a couple of breaths here. Taking the right knee up towards the ceiling. Maybe one more breath. Nice. And then slowly come back to center. Let's go to the other side. So right arm out to the right. Wrist in line with the shoulder. Lean over to the right. Push with the left hand. Maybe the head is down. Maybe you have a block. And maybe that left leg is either on top of the right or it comes down on the floor behind the right leg. Taking a couple of breaths, breathing in and out, maybe closing the eyes. Nice. And then slowly come back to center. Let's lift up. Let's take the right forearm either parallel to the right side of the mat or at a diagonal. And then maybe bend the knee, maybe catch the foot. You don't have to. You could take both hands down and just bend the knee, take the elbows back, lift the chest. And let's switch to the other side. Maybe you grab the foot. Maybe you just kick it towards you, lifting the chest and dragging the elbows back. So we find a bit more lift, a bit more engagement through the upper back. Maybe one more breath. Good. And then slowly release. Let's come into hands and knees. Let's do a few circles here. So maybe tucking through the toes, going towards child's pose, and then coming forward, and then to the right, back to the left and forward, right? So just circling through the hips, maybe going in the opposite direction. And let's do a couple of cat-cows here. So come back to center, inhale here, exhale round. Inhale here, exhale round. Inhale here and then exhale round. Okay, let's come with the toes tucked under. And let's come a little bit back, tucking through the toes and maybe lifting through the knees. If the knees don't lift, just think of pushing into the floor, rounding through the whole spine and pulling the belly in. If you can, push a little bit more so the knees lift, and you could even take the heels together, knees apart, and then knees down. So just moving back and forth into like a froggy down dog. Heels together, knees apart. Otherwise, stay on all fours, pushing the ground. Nice. And then we all meet in child's pose. So feet together, knees apart or a little bit closer, we're a little bit warmer, taking the hands forward, taking the head to the ground, taking a couple more breaths. Nice. Let's take the left leg out to the left for a sec. So just take the left leg out to the left and let's take a little twist towards the left. Maybe the left arm comes up towards the ceiling. Lifting the chest, squeezing the upper back. And then release, let's go to the other side. So left knee down, right leg out to the right. Take an inhale to lift up through the right arm, taking a couple of breaths, reaching up towards the ceiling. And then with an exhale, slowly release. Okay, let's come forward towards the top of the mat. So right leg forward and lean a little bit forward. See how far you can take the knee past the ankle. Nice. And then let's go with the other side. Left leg forward. See how far you can take the left knee past the left ankle and check how different is this side from the other side. Nice. And then let's come into a forward fold at the top of the mat, grabbing the opposite elbow, moving side to side, breathing in and out. I like to go to one side and lifting the heel, go to the other side and lifting the heel. So just moving side to side. You can also do little bounces with the elbows down. Yeah, moving the hips or not, up to you. Kind of doing a figure eight. Sometimes I do with my elbows and forearms. Nice. And then bend the knees. And let's do a couple of bounces here. So push into the feet and lift up. Push into the feet and lift halfway up. And then let's go all the way up. Okay. We'll finish with a few sun salutations. I'll do probably 3-4 rounds, but it's up to you if you want to finish a little bit sooner. So toes together, heels apart, and we'll go up and down. So take an inhale and send the arms up. Take an exhale, open the arms to the sides and hinging at the hips, come down towards the floor. Nice. With the next inhale, lift halfway up, take the hands to the heart. And then on the exhale, let's walk back into a plank. So slowly, walk the legs back. Now, you could always drop the knees to the floor and then lift up a couple of times, or try to lift up a couple of times, or we hold plank with the heels on top of the toes, maybe make that movement a couple of rounds, so you feel the weight coming onto the hands. And then slowly we're going to come down onto Cobra. So drop the knees, come all the way to the floor, and we'll lift up into Cobra. So elbows back, shoulders back and down. Lift the chest, squeeze glutes and legs. And then with the next exhale, let's go back into hands and knees, and then from there, down dog. So a couple of breaths in down dog, breathing in and out. Again, maybe pedaling the feet. Maybe looking under the left armpit and the right armpit, or maybe looking back. Still, try to lengthen the back body, trying to find that push into the floor. Or just stay in stillness in the pose, no movement, if that feels better for you. Nice. With the next inhale, let's walk to the top of the mat. You can always drop the knees and walk one leg at a time. Or from here, from a down dog, walk forward. Lengthen the spine on the inhale. On the exhale, let's fold towards the legs. On the inhale, let's lift towards the sky. And then on the exhale, release the hands. Okay, we'll do a second round like that. Toes together, heels apart if you can, or feet parallel. Take an inhale to send the arms up. Take an exhale to come down towards the floor. Take an inhale to lift halfway, hands to heart. And then on the exhale, let's walk back into a plank or a half plank. You might need to move the hands a bit more forward to be able to take the legs back. So you're in plank or half plank. If you're in half plank, maybe straighten one leg at a time, maybe both legs. If you're in full plank, maybe you're moving back and forth, making sure you're engaging through the glutes and the belly. Take one inhale here, and then on the exhale, we'll come to the ground. So knees, chest, chin, or knees and then chest. Inhaling up into a cobra. And then on the exhale, through plank or through all fours, meaning knees down or knees up. We'll go back into down dog. We'll try to hold the here now. Release the hand, keep breathing in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. And then with the next inhale, let's walk to the top. Lengthen through the spine. Maybe you drop the knees, maybe you come straight from down dog. Exhale, fold in. Maybe you're in the back of the thighs or calves. Inhale, lift all the way up. And then exhale, release the hands. Okay, I'm going to do one more round. Jump in, but you can always repeat any of the other variations. So, toes together, heels apart. Take an inhale to send the arms up. Take an exhale to come down towards the floor. Take an inhale to lift halfway, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, let's walk or jump back into Chaturanga. So you could jump, you could walk, bending the elbows, maybe coming all the way to the floor, maybe lifting up into a cobra or up dog from here. Inhale, and then on the exhale, let's go back into down dog. Stay and breathe here for a couple of breaths, finding a stillness in the pose, finding the pull of the belly, the squeeze of the inner thighs, the lift of the kneecaps, the push of the thighs towards the back of the mat. The head is, the neck is long, the head is free to move. Taking maybe one more breath. Nice. And then with the next inhale, either walk or jump to the top of the mat. I'm going to jump. So if you jump in, feet together, the heels lift up. You're going to look in between the thumbs and you're going to push into the ground a lot so the feet are light when they land. Right? So pull the belly, push into the ground, take an inhale, come into a half forward fold. On the exhale, let's fold into a full forward fold. On the inhale, let's lift. And then on the exhale, Tadasana. Okay, you could do one more round. I'm going to start cooling down a little bit. So I'm going to come to the ground. You could follow with a few standing poses, but for me, I'm going to take the knees to the chest. I'm going to move a little bit side to side. I'm going to take a figure four, so right ankle above the left knee. I love to stay here, but I love to take the twist as well. So the right foot towards the floor on the left side. You could take a block, you could take the foot on top of the left inner thigh. So see how you feel, and that right arm could go up towards the ceiling. Taking one or two breaths, taking the right knee away from you. Feel that stretch through the outer hip. Keep the breath going. Nice. And then with the next inhale, slowly lift up. Let's go to the other side. So you can stay here at the center, grabbing the back of the thigh, or you can take the twist with the foot towards the floor on the right side, and left arm up and over. Stay there and breathe, taking the left knee away from you. Breathing, maybe closing the eyes. Nice. And then slowly come back to center. Let's take a little bridge from here. So feet down. We're going to take the upper arms onto the floor. We're going to lift through the hips, squeezing the glutes. Taking one or two breaths, pressing into the ground. Nice. And then we're going to come down with the hips to the floor, knees to the chest, maybe move a little bit side to side, maybe take the legs up towards the ceiling, the arms back towards the back of the mat. You could take a happy baby here, or take the legs out to the sides. If you wanted a little bit of core, you can always release one leg, bend one knee to the chest, or extend the leg and lift up. So taking a couple of breaths here, stretching the back of the right leg. You can also grab the back of the thigh and lift in the chest. You don't have to, or maybe interlacing the fingers behind the head. or just releasing everything to the floor, knee to chest. So let's go to the other side, left knee to chest, right leg forward. Maybe you stay here, maybe you straighten the leg, maybe you catch the back of the calf or the foot, back of the thigh. Maybe interlacing the fingers behind the head. Maybe one more breath. Nice. And then slowly release, take the knees to the chest, move a little bit side to side, knees to the right, maybe extend the legs, bend the knees and come back to center, knees to the left, maybe extend the legs a little or a lot, bend the knees and back to center. So I'm going to do that one more time, side to side, making sure that the back of the shoulders stays on the floor. And then slowly knees to chest. If there's anything you need, take it. Otherwise, arms back, legs forward. Big stretch. And prepare for Shavasana, final relaxation pose. The toes and the arms. The toes and the legs go out to the sides. The palms go up towards the ceiling. And I'll take you through a little relaxation. So the toes release, soles of the feet, top of the feet, shins and calves. Thighs and back of the thighs. So feet and legs are completely relaxed. From there the hips drop, the belly releases, the ribs release towards the ground as well, and the chest drops. The whole back body softens as well, so lower back, middle back and upper back. The shoulders drop towards the ground, the upper arms, lower arms, hands and fingers also release to the floor. So that toes, feet, lower legs and upper legs, pelvis and belly, ribs and chest, the whole of the back and shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands and fingers. Feel completely relaxed. So as the feet, the legs, the torso front and back, the shoulders and the arms, the hands and the fingers release. The neck also lengthens and the face softens, especially the jaw and the cheeks, the temples, the space in between the eyebrows, the forehead. The eyelids are heavy, the eyeballs sink into the sockets, and the tongue releases inside the mouth. So let the body release and relax and unwind. Stay here for as long as time allows, feeling the weight or the body become weightless. And then from here, I'm going to start coming up. Again, if time allows, you can stay here longer. I'm going to take the knees to the chest. I'm going to move a little bit side to side. I'm going to roll over to the right side, come up to sitting. Sit on the block or on the ground and just take a few minutes to feel the benefits of the practice. What has changed since the beginning of the class? Is the body a little bit more open? Is the breath easier? Is the mind a bit more settled? So from here, bring the palms together to the heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today.